Hello and welcome to the 128th episode of Fur, Fins, and Feathers. Our guest today is Joe Wallace of West Warwick, Rhode Island, who is going to share his love of avians with us. Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you.
Could you tell us how you got started?
It's actually like anybody else who has pets. I mean, I've always loved animals. Didn't always get a chance to have them, and when I became an adult, among many other pets that I've had several birds throughout the years. So I've gone from parakeets to, I had a cockatoo several years back named Bert, and I've had several of these smaller parrot types, conures in particular, right? Right, buddy? And this guy right here, his name is Shakey, and he's a Quaker parrot. And they're very interesting, and I'll tell you all about that.
Let's start with him.
Okay. So Buddy is what we call a pineapple conure. Conure is, again, it's a kind of parrot. They're small. They don't get much larger than that. They're not great talkers, right? But they have great personalities. As you can see, Buddy is communicating with me. He's playing with his feathers. He likes to, hey, buddy, 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 yes, say yes, say yes. He'll stop bobbing.
Where are they indigenous to?
I believe they're South American birds for the most part, although Quaker parrots can live in more temperate climates. So, and you find a lot of them and lovebirds and things like that in like Arizona, like wild, like people let them go and then they go. So places like Arizona and California, you'll find them just in large groups in the trees and stuff from people who let them go. A conure needs a slightly warmer environment, as many parrots do. And this is actually a really nice environment for him right now. He's enjoying it.
How old is he?
He's about a year old.
Okay.
So they can grow to be about 25 or 30, either of these, which is a long time. I got him when he was about 6 months, and I got him from a pet shop. And I don't usually like to get birds from a pet shop because you don't know what they dealt with before you got them. You know, it's advisable, I've found out, that if you're going to get a bird, get them as young as possible so that they can bond with you. If they bonded with someone else or they picked up bad habits somewhere else, you know, it's kind of hard to disabuse them of that. So, Shakey, we got about a few weeks ago, and he was about 5 weeks old. So he's only about 8 weeks old. And he was hand-fed. We got him, usually, like I got him for a person who I know who just loves birds, and occasionally, you know, he gets a litter. And he's not really a breeder, but I found out, and I contacted him, and I said, would you, do you want to get rid of one of your litter? And he said, yes, because I got so many birds, but I'm hand-feeding them now. So you're not really supposed to get rid of them while you're hand feeding them. So we got, yes, Shakey. So we got Shakey right at the end of the hand feeding when we start weaning him onto seeds. So we were taking, we got a syringe and we got special formula for the bird. And we were hand feeding him, but also giving him seeds as an option. So after about a week or so, he started getting less and less hand feeding, more and more independent eating. But because of that, he's bonded pretty well with my wife and I. He prefers my wife. They bond, Quaker parrots tend to bond to one person, and they'll tolerate other people if you cultivate them. But they really, really enjoy one person. And so in that case...
Why the name Quaker?
Because, especially when they're young, and I didn't know this when I first got them, when they're excited or they're agitated, they will shake. They'll do this, with the head bobbing up and down and the wings going like this. And that means they're anxious, or it also means they're happy. Like, oh, I'm really happy right now, I'm really happy. Yeah. So when he was young and the feathers were just coming in, we'd approach the cage and he'd be like, oh, food, and he would do this. And that's why they got the name Quaker parrots, because they're like Quakers, they quake. He doesn't do it as much now because he's used to us, and we take him out quite a bit. They don't. Both of these are very, very gregarious birds. Conures, quaker parrots, to a lesser extent, lovebirds. They can kind of go on their own if you give them a partner. They don't really need you. That's why they call them lovebirds. They will attract to each other.
And they bond.
And they bond. So they don't need to bond with you. They like you and stuff, but you're not their bonded partner, right? Whereas birds like this, they want attention all the time. So you really should, if you're going to get a bird, spend at least, you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours a day, but at least several minutes a day, you know, taking them out of the cage or just talking to them or even getting next to the cage. Like in Buddy's case, I tried to take Buddy out just a minute ago, and he will go out if he's not nervous, but right now it's a new environment, so he's a little nervous about it. Right, Buddy? Right? Yeah.
What is Buddy's longevity?
Buddy's going to live about 25 to 30 years, if he's healthy. I mean, stuff happens with birds like anything else, but they live a long time. He's probably going to outlive me.
Do you take him to a veterinarian? Well, he's too young.
We'll be taking him soon. We have appointments with him, and we clip his wings ourselves. We haven't, with Shakey's just learning how to fly, and he can fly. He's still learning and getting strength in his wings, but he can fly short distances. But we're gonna, I had heard that you should let them know what it's like to fly before you clip their wings. And it is controversial. There are people out there that insist you should never clip a bird's wings because flying is a part of what birds do. And I'm fine with that. You know, I understand that. If I had my druthers, I would do that, except we have a cat also. So having a bird possibly...
How does the cat react with the birds?
It's a Bengal cat, so it's a hunter. So we have them up on a high perch, and we secure the cages so they can't be toppled over. But the cat will occasionally, usually just kind of watches them, but occasionally will be just like, I gotta jump at the cage, and we'll jump up at the cage, but then he falls to earth. They are used to the cat, so they're not really upset or nervous about the cat. And we had an incident with the cat with another bird that I had, where we went on vacation and the cat knocked the cage over, and the bird was out of the cage for at least a day, and the bird couldn't fly. The wings were clipped. And yet the cat never really attacked it because these birds can inflict a very painful bite. It's not advisable with it, you know, he's a medium-sized bird, but it's not advisable to like stick your finger at this bird because he will, you know, he has the possibility of drawing blood on you.
Joe, what advice would you give someone, maybe a young family, or to get a bird?
I would say start small. Like I started with parakeets. Parakeets, they won't talk, probably, but they sing very well, and they're very acclimated to people. They get along well with people, and it's a good starter bird. They're very friendly, and they sing wonderfully. So I would say start with something small like that. Larger birds, they're like children. They have the mentality. Buddy, in particular, has the mentality, they say, like guys like him, of like a 4-year-old. So they're smart. They're very loud when they want to be. You should have heard them in the car on the way over. And care for them, you know, around little children. A lot of times, bigger birds don't like little children. I don't know the reason for that. But that's what I've heard, and that's what I found out.
So starting with a small parakeet would be good.
Or finches.
Or a finch.
Finches are great little birds. Never had them. My mom had them once. They let them fly free like in a little aviary they had attached to the house. They're great little birds to start with, too. Again, great singers. They're not too loud. They don't eat a lot. You're just not going to get them necessarily, usually, like perch on your hand or, you know, or anything like that. But nice to have around.
What kind of a diet do they require, these two guys?
Well, the best thing to do, I found out, when you're getting a bird is don't just give them seeds. Like, you can go buy a bag of seeds at the pet shop. Seeds don't have all the nutrients, generally, that a bird needs.
Okay.
So you get seeds, that's like the staple of their diet, right? Like bread or potatoes, like a starch or something. But what you really need is, I supplement that with pellets that are pre-processed, and they come in various size pellets, like we have mini pellets for Shakey. And you mix that with the seed. So they're eating, the pellets have all the vitamins and minerals they need. So they're getting the pellets mixed with the seed. We also give them almost daily doses of fruit, just a small amount of fruit.
What kind of fruit?
Buddy likes apple.
Smart guy.
Shakey does not so far. Shakey likes cherries, pineapple, pears, diced pear. Like you buy a fruit cup.
Yeah.
You get a fruit cup and you just put it in there and he'll eat it. He'll go at it. But he likes the harder stuff. He uses, and Shakey may do that when he gets older, but conures use their talons like feet, like hands. So if Buddy were hungry, I put some peanuts in there, he will pick it up and he'll eat it like this. Like you're licking an ice cream cone. He'll just.
Do they like peanuts?
They love peanuts. They love walnuts. Nuts are also great for their diet. They like seeds, sunflower seeds, unsalted, right? Same thing with the peanuts. Unsalted, they love that. They're little treats for them. Again, you don't want to give them like just sunflower seeds or just fruit. You have to kind of mix it up with everything.
So
don't
they
give them
need a
bread.
varied diet.
Yes, you have to like mix it up with them a little bit. It's not hard though. It's not hard. The pellets and the seed, just that, you could feed them for a few days with that and they'll be fine. It's just give them little treats here and there and they're very happy. They love it. Especially Buddy. Buddy, you like your walnuts, right? Yeah, he likes every kind of nut possible. And it's fun to watch him eat the apple. We slice it so that it's big enough so that he can grab it and, and chew on it. And they're very entertaining, right? Yes? Yeah?
Hello.
Yeah. Buddy in particular, he makes all kinds of noises that, especially at night, around 7 o'clock, he starts talking, and it's just kind of gibberish.
Do you cover the cages?
We do not. We just turn the lights out, and usually they quiet down. That's their signal to go to bed. When we're ready to go to bed, we turn the lights out, we go upstairs, and they're quiet all night.
Good, good.
So, you know. Another piece of advice I would give to people, though, if you're getting birds like this, these birds can get really loud. If you're in an apartment with thin walls and neighbors that are not, you know, don't like loud noises, probably not a good idea. Get a parakeet or a finch. They never get very loud unless they're agitated. These guys, when they squawk, they can really squawk. They can be, people say like macaws, which are large parrots,
yes,
are loud. These guys can be louder. They really can. And they talk to each other too, right? You said Buddy said his first word the other day, kisses. You gonna say it? Kisses. Kisses. No, he's not gonna say it now. Right? Right? Yeah.
So they are very intelligent.
Yes. Oh yes. One time I came downstairs, you know, got up in the morning, went downstairs, and he had figured out a way to unlock his cage and get out. They can do that. I used to have a cockatoo years ago who could, no matter what you did to try to secure his cage, he figured a way to get out of it. That cockatoos in particular are extremely, they're like teenagers in terms of intelligence. They're very, very smart animals. Actually, all birds are smarter, I've discovered, than we give them credit for. We think, they're just stupid birds, right? No, all birds are very, very intelligent. Right, Shakey? Right?
No, you're going to bring one of these guys out.
I'm gonna bring Shakey out because I tried to do it with Buddy and he just got too nervous.
Do you think Shakey would like to come out?
I think he would. Let's see. Again, we'll see because he gets nervous. Oh, there you go. There you go. But now he's like, see, he's shaking now. There you go. Now he may try to fly. You want to step up? Watch, we'll get him on here. You want to step up on the stick? No? See, now that biting impulse is just, oh, there you go. Come here. Come here. There you are. All right?
He flew right over me.
See, like I said, he's just learning to fly now. And I've got it so that if he flies, like he'll land on my hand. Right? You want to land on my hand? Now he likes it on his cage, so he doesn't. Right, Shakey? What, Shakey?
Do they get along with each other?
They don't.
No.
Not yet, anyway. I mean, Shakey's new. We've only had him for 3 weeks. So, and Buddy is, and like I said, he's very territorial. While he's on his cage, I wouldn't tell someone like to put your hand near him because he'll warn you by nipping at you, right? Because it's my cage. It's
and
my
those
cage.
can be very sharp bites, can't they?
Yes, yes. Although, like I said, Shakey knows me. No bites. Shakey knows me, so right now he's not gonna. But he wants to defend his cage. So if he decides to come to me, he's gonna come. And he likes to go for my earring, because they like shiny objects. Buddy does it too. When they're not nervous or anything, they're not. I mean, Buddy's a very gentle bird. He just, you know, gets defensive. Like all children, they have their moments. You got to kind of figure out, you know, is this a good moment to be this playful with them? Because they'll let you know when they don't want to be. Like right now, Shakey's seeing all the animals back there.
Yes, he's been watching the screen.
Yeah. Yes. So he's like, hey, friends. Right, Shakey? And we have some koi at a campsite down in on the Cape. And he's seen the koi too, and they're new to him. So he's very, you want to come on? You want to come on? You want to step up? Come on. No. He's like, no. No. You want to step up? There you go. There you go. Oh, you stepped right over it.
I know these are young birds, but do they have vocabularies?
They understand. Now, look, Buddy's going to go for him, watch. See? And they're going to spar. They don't really hurt each other, but they do what's natural to them, which is to kind of clash beaks. See? They do have their own, they understand words. So if you say a certain word to them, like if I say to Buddy, want some fruit, he'll get all excited. You know what I mean? Because he understands that it's fruit. And when I say kisses, that's actually, what they're doing right now is bonding, which is nice. They're not sparring. We're going to have to be careful with these two now. But and Shakey will understand, like I'll say, feeding time, and because we used to hand feed him, he gets, you know, now it's a matter of, come on, you. Come on. Buddy, no bites. He's sniffing at him. He's like, get away from my cage. Come here. I'll see if I can get him. Come here. Come here, bud. Come. Ah. Yeah, see, that's his don't annoy me thing. Come here. Not you. No bites. See, when we tell them no bites, That's our way of letting them know we don't like them nipping. And they usually back off for a second anyway. Come here, watch. There you go. Now he's all excited. But then Buddy's saying, "Hey, get off my cage. Come on. Come on. Come on, bud. Hey, you, stop biting." There we go.
Hello there.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you about the Tropical Bird Club.
Yep, see, I've never heard of it. Oh, no, that's one of his favorite places. Watch out. We may have to get him off your head.
Not the Tropical Bird Club, but is there a pet bird club in Rhode Island?
I'm not aware of it.
Well, we had mentioned before.
Right.
What is the name of the organization?
There's a bird rescue.
That's what I was asking
in
about.
Warwick, Rhode Island. And they will rescue birds. And they're very good about, it's a volunteer place, it's all volunteer, and they're very good about, you know, if a bird that needs to be rehomed, you have to make an appointment with them and actually come and bond with the bird. They're not just going to give you a bird. You have to prove that there's a good connection between you and good chemistry. And it's a lot of work, it's a lot of effort. And then you pay him an adoption fee. See, he's loving it. He can't get on my head because I don't have any hair.
I just had a haircut today.
He's liking it. He really loves it on my wife's head because, you know, they make birds like bird caves, so he'll like get under the hair like it's his own little cave. He's having a great time. You having a good time? Yeah? You having a good time? You want to fly? Nope. He's having too much fun. But he's like, hey. Buddy will do that with me. He has more bonded with me than he has with my
So
wife.
there is a club that people can, if they're interested in a different species,
Yes.
Like a conure or whatever.
They generally have larger birds, I
Okay.
think, but they will take smaller birds too, I'm sure. And again, it's all a matter of, with them, you know, there you go.
Hi there.
With them, it's all a matter of, you know, are you a good fit for them? They won't let you adopt them if they feel like the chemistry isn't right between you. Right? Come here. Oh, there he goes. Come on. There you go. See, he's learning. He's learning how to fly.
Maybe a trip to a pet store where they can purchase magazines and things.
He's looking in at Joe producer.
He's
like, hey, what's going on
at
there?
the studio.
One of the reasons why you should clip the wings,
Yeah.
is because of things like that. They don't.
You don't want him to take off.
Well, not just that. It's that birds, they have pretty good eyesight, but they have trouble with windows. As you know, that's why you go by some windows and they have things painted on the window so birds won't fly into them.
Yeah.
They can't, you know, in a window that's unadorned like that one, they'll fly right into it, you know, and they'll sometimes hurt themselves or hurt a wing, or worst case scenario, break their neck, and then, you know, they're done. So that's another reason why if you're going to have birds in the house and you're going to have them out, you probably should clip the wings. That's my opinion. Other people say no. Another issue is, like, he's been good about not going to the bathroom all over the place, but they're birds. And we were talking about this before. When they feel like they have to go to the bathroom, they don't run to a bathroom. We try to get them the best we've been able to do. Yes, okay. The best we've been able to do is to get them to go in the cage before we take them out. And we're still trying that. But if he feels like going, he's going to go, you know. And so if you have him flying around, you're picking up bird poop all day, which is not always. And these guys don't have the larger birds have very large, you know, excrement. But these guys, it's very small.
So maybe if people want to learn about different sizes of birds and different species. A trip to the pet store and get a magazine, or go online.
I would say go online because, and this is no offense to any pet store, some places are better than others with things, and they have expertise. There's not a lot of pet stores that I found that have a lot of expertise in birds. They sell them, you know, and in the case of, like we were talking about Animal Instincts, I've seen, you know, that they take in birds there and they sell them and stuff. But they're not bird experts. Most of them are fish experts and like that, you know. So you really want to, I mean, when you want to learn about birds, go on. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube from people who own birds who give you, that's what we've been doing. They give you great tips, and they usually have their bird with them. And you just got to learn from your own experience, too, because like I said, they all have their own personality.
Are there bird shows?
I do not know. I do know that there are several people that have like YouTube channels where all they do is talk about their birds. So you could check that out, especially when we first got Shakey. There's, I forget the name of it, but there's a particular channel where they're very good about showing various things to do with quaker parrots and things. Right? Right, Shakey? Shakey's walking around.
Now, are you going to keep these two? Are we going to get more? Are you?
I think we're good at 2 right now. The largest menagerie we had of birds was 4, and that ended up being a lot. Hey, hey, hey! Now he's going for you. They're a lot. So we ended up with 4 at one time, and we rehomed 2 of them. Come on, come on. And there he goes for the window again. Come on. And Buddy's like, get off my cage. So they're a lot of fun. I tell you, you know, they a great source of amusement for us. And,
a lot of fun.
And they are like our children. We call them our kids. You know, and I would say also, you know, give them, you know, if you get a bird, even if it's a parakeet, a small bird, they love toys. Get them all kinds of toys at the pet shop. You can make toys yourself. Anything that involves colored rope or colored beads that you can string, or even the colored paper, not plastic, but the colored paper you use in the Easter baskets and stuff.
Yeah.
You stuff it in a toilet paper roll and hang it up in the cage, and they will love it.
They love amusement. They need,
right.
They need it.
They do. Like I said, they're like children. You don't want them to get bored. I mean, these are travel cages. So we put them in it because the cages we have for them are like twice as large as these.
Well, I was just told we are coming to an end. It's been fascinating. And these 2, we'll have them back, I hope. Would you like to come back? It was great to see you, Joe. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Fred.
Thank you very much. And again, Fur, Fins, and Feathers, and we're going to keep going and continue with our show.
Right, buddy?
Very nice to see you again. Thank you.